Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to play Ironclads of the American Civil War. This is a book version, or it can be a print and play. I actually am using it print and play version, so it's not a bound book, which actually I prefer because most of the time you're going to make copies of all these books. So the way this was designed by Patrick Rael. It is a solitaire game. And so the way he designed it is similar to some other games such as Devil Boats. Each scenario teaches you another section of rules. So we're going to go, this is the second scenario, and it's called the Pook Turtles, February 6th, 1862. And so our objective is that we're going to, these black arrows right here, there's two of them. This is where our Ironclads and our flotilla, timberclad flotilla are going to enter. And my objective is to eliminate the 3 batteries here. And I have to do it within 8 turns. The sooner the better. Okay. And then, so we have 4 Ironclads. And they are A, B, C, and D. It's the USS Carondelet, the Cincinnati, the St. Louis, and the Essex. And I also have a timberclad flotilla, which has the Lexington, Conestoga, and the Tiger in there. So that's my ships. And I have these, I printed them and cut them out onto just a heavy paper, cardstock. That's what I was trying to think of. Okay, for this game, I guess I should have kept that up here. We have some special rules. There's a standard game option, but we're going to use standard action dice that have the repair action and the fire plus action. So if we get those, I'll show you what those are. Batteries A and B now fire as a 3 rather than this 3. So what this means is each die can inflict a hit. So you roll for the battery, he rolls all 3 of those dice and he can get a hit for each one of those dice. And I added the additional units below, the Essex and the timberclad flotilla. Okay, and the flotilla has a range of 4 hexes. His strength is 3, range is 4. Okay. There's a turn record track that we use. I'm going to use a pencil. We circle and then we mark it off as we complete everything. And so we'll just kind of work our way through this. This is really my first full playthrough here. So we got 4 Ironclads plus the timberclad flotilla. Okay, to use the standard action dice, we have this table here. So the way this works is we start with 3 dice, and we roll 3 dice, and it's going to tell us what we can do. Repair, move or fire, fire, and a fire plus another action. So this is the table that we'll be using. So we start with 3 dice, and for each gunboat, and only gunboat, so the flotilla doesn't count, moved onto the board beyond your second gunboat, you start adding up to a maximum of 5 dice. So if I get all 4 of my gunboats on the board, then I have 5 dice to roll with. And that gives me more options. So it's important to get my gunboats up there and then have the flotilla come in. Okay, so we're going to start with the 3 dice. And I'm going to roll them here in my dice tower, and then I'll set the dice out. We'll slide everything down. And this will be turn 1 that we're starting with. Okay, we roll these 3 dice and we get a 2, a 4, and a 6. Okay, now I can assign these to one ship, one ironclad, 3 different ironclads, or you know, any combination, as long as I'm not giving them the same action. In other words, he can't move, and move. He can't, so he can't go down through the map, right? So we're going to start with the Carondelet, which is Ironclad A, and so the ones we get are a 2, which is a repair or move. We have a 4, which is a move or fire. And then we have a 6, which is a fire plus action. So his action is, before you fire, you can expend 1 movement point, but it cannot be to move on to the board. Okay? Or, if for this entire fire action, if it was against a gunboat, well, I'm not firing against gunboats, or after a shot roll, I can take 1 more shot from the same gun on the same or a different target. Okay. So I got a couple things going. I'm going to use the 2 here, and it gives him, I'm going to give him a 1 and mark him with that. And that is a repair for him. So we'll get rid of the 2. The 4, he's going to move, and the 6, he's going to have a fire plus. So I'm going to bring 1 gunboat on. That's the A. I'm bringing him on over here, and I'm going to try to stay as far away as I can, but he's going to come on, so he's going to move. He has 2 movement points, so he moves 1. He can turn 60 degrees free. He does that, and he moves the second move. Now I got to choose what direction I want him, but I'm going to turn him this way. Okay, so my front gun can fire up and out, up and out. So I can fire at battery C or battery A. And then on this ship over here, he has port and starboard guns, and they can fire out like this. So they actually go out, up, out. That's the way I understand it from these fire charts. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in the rules. So here's a good example of a front left and a back left. Well, in this case, he has both of them. So you can see that it goes, the front goes just straight out, and straight up. The front left goes out, up, and if he had another one, he would go out and up. Okay, this was a range firepower 2, range 2. Okay? All right, so in this case, he can fire his front gun at battery C, and his left gun at battery C, and his right gun out, up, over. Range on that gun, I'm looking on my chart right here, and I'll show you. Let me put this up here just so you see it, because it doesn't really change on any of these. He has a range of 2 on his front, a range of 3 on his outside guns, and nothing in the rear. Okay, so the way that works is he has to roll. So we did the movement. I'm taking that die off of there. Okay, he has to roll a, depending on his range. So we're going to fire the front gun first, and it's a 2. So if he was sitting right beside that, it would be a die roll of 2 or less to hit. And he gets 2 dice to do that with. But here, he's out here. So the way we count this is, it's a 2 and a 1. So he needs a 1 to hit. Okay? 1 to hit. So we're going to roll 2 dice. He needs a 1. Hey, he got 1. He got a 1 and a 4. Okay, So he hit the battery with his nose. So we mark off one of those right there. Destroyed. Okay. Now his left is going to fire, and it's a 3. So it goes 3, 2. So he gets 2 dice, and he needs a 2 or less to hit. Now if he gets, well, we'll see if it happens. Okay, here we go. 2 or less to hit. He gets a 5 and a 3. So no hits from the left gun. And now, on his right, he's got ranges 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 2, 1. Again, he gets 2 dice, and he needs a 1 to hit. And this is on battery A. And he gets 2 2s. So no hits. Now, I can fire a second time right here, and I'm going to fire a second time with this left, and he's a 3, so he needs 3, 2. So I'm still looking for 2s to hit. 2 dice. Hey, got it. A 1 and a 5. So he scored a second hit on the battery. One more hit, he'll reduce that battery strength. Okay, and we still have over here that 1, and this is where this is going to come in at, because that's his repair that he can do, and he absorbs a hit with that. Okay, so battery C can fire, he's a 2, so 2, 1. He needs a 1 to hit, and he rolls 2 dice. So battery C is going to fire. He needs a 1 to hit this. He gets 2 1s. Okay, that does not mean he gets 2 hits. In this case, he only needed 1. So he hits my ship, and he either hits the front or the left. Well, I want him to take it on the, I guess I can choose here. Actually, the bot ought to choose. So I'm going to give him a random choice. Odd number, it's the front. Even number, it's the back. So he took an odd number. So he's going to hit me on the front right here. So we mark off one of my boxes there. Okay. Battery A has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 2, 1. He can fire. So he's going to roll. He needs a 1 to hit. And he gets a 4 and a 3. No hit. And battery B, 1, 2, 3. He can't hit me. Okay. So I was supposed to do this. When I finished my turn, I mark it off. And when he finishes, the bot finishes, we mark it off and we go to turn 2. Okay. So I scored 2 hits on that guy. But I still only get 3 dice. Oh, wait a minute. Right? I did it right there beside it. I had repair on here. So that repair absorbs that hit. So the 1 hit, gotta take the cover off. The 1 hit it gets absorbed with the repair. So no damage. Okay. All right, it's turn 2. Here we go. We got to roll 3 dice. And oh my goodness, 6, 6, 6. So I wish I had more ships out there. So 6 means fire. Before you fire, you can expend a movement point. So he's the only guy I got out there. And I can start whaling away here. So I want him to move. Let's see. It goes out and up. So if I'm here, it goes out, and his nose gun from there goes over, and he can hit battery B in his right side. But I get up close to these guys, so I start to get in a little bit of danger here. But I think I'm going to let him move. He's going to move 1 space right here. And that gets me up really close here on I don't know, is that really what I want to do? Gets me within 2 here, 3 here. If I move him there and turn him, it's a stern shot and I won't have that. I really want to hammer this battery C and see if I can get rid of it. Then if I have to get out of there, maybe I can. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just move him. Let's see if he's pointing this way. He'll move. Well, I can't. He can only move one. I'm going to move him the one right here. And he can still fire at battery B with his front guns, his side guns at battery A, and his side guns at battery C. Okay, and they can all fire twice because I got these 6s. Well, not actually. I use 1 6 to move and then fire. So one of these, that's what we're going to expend. So he's going to fire his left gun. He's going to fire his front gun at battery B. He can't. 1, 2, 3. He's out of range. So that's not going to happen. Okay, so he's going to fire this left front gun at C, at battery C. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 3 or less to hit. 3 or less to hit. Oh, he got 2 2s. It's still only 1 hit. But he knocked out the first part of that battery. Now I can fire. Now I got these 2 6s. This 6 is going to be with battery at battery C again. And you know what? I can't do that because I know that it says you can't do the same actions over and over. So he can't have all these. So that's it. He lost the other rolls. Yeah, I just got to thinking about that. So that's it for mine. Okay, I really wanted some movement so I could get some of these vessels up here. Okay. Battery C is going to fire. He gets 2 dice. He has to have a 1 to hit. He got a 5 and a 2. No hits from battery C. Battery A is firing. Now he's rolling 3 dice. He needs 3, 2. He has to have 2 or less, and each one of these can count as a hit. So he got a 4, a 3, and a 1. So he scored 1 hit onto the starboard side of A, which is right here. So we take 1 hit right there. Okay, battery B, range is 3. 1, 2, 3. He's firing. And he has to have a 1 to hit. He gets a 3, a 6, and a 5. No hits. Okay. That's the end of turn 2. So we go to turn 3. I need to get some guys up here. So here we go with our action dice. And we get 5, a 2, and a 6. A 2 is a repair or move. I need 5 is a fire, and 6 can be a move and fire. Okay. So 2 is going to be a move, and this B vessel is going to get on the board. That's the Cincinnati. I got to claim the 5 and the 6 also. I could give him a fire and move, and the A, the fire. So we'll do it that way. Okay, so he did his move, so he's on the board. The B is going to have a fire and move, or fire and take a second shot. He can do something there. And from the looks of it, he's going to have to move and fire. Okay, the A is going to fire. He's going to fire his broadside here. You can fire at all the targets that you can reach. So he's firing here to the left first. So we'll take the fire markers off of him now. He gets 3 dice. And he needs, he gets 2 dice. He needs a 3 or less to hit. 4 and a 2. So he hit battery C. Right there. His starboard gun is firing. It's a 3, 2. So he needs a 2 or less to hit. He gets 2 dice. He gets a 6 and a 3. No hit. Okay, and now his nose, 1, 2, he can't reach battery B. Okay, so that's it for that one. Now we have ship B. He's going to move 1 and fire at battery A with his front gun. And he needs a 2 to hit. He gets 2 dice. So he needs a 2 or less to hit. And he gets 5 and a 5. So no hits. Okay. That's it for the Union. Now the batteries are firing. So we're going to start right here with battery C. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 1 to hit. He gets 6 and a 4. So no hit from battery C. Battery A, he can fire at both ships. So he can fire, range is 2. So it's 3, 2. He needs a 2 to hit. He gets 3 dice and they act independent. He gets a 4, a 3, and a 5. He needed 2 to hit. So nothing from there. And he's also firing at ship A. Same thing. He's got to have a 2 or less to hit. And he gets, he got a 3. He got 2 1s, which are 2 hits on the starboard side of the Carondelet A. So that's 2 hits. 1, 2. He can only take 1 more hit. And after that, that gun is knocked out. Okay. And now battery B, 3, 2, 1. He's doing the same thing. He needs 1s to hit. And he gets 3, 4, and 4. Whew. Okay. That's the end of theirs. All right. So we're still only at 3 dice because I still only have 2 ships, 2 of the Ironclads. I need another Ironclad up here to start getting me some more dice. All right, here we go. This is turn 4. 3, a 5, and a 6. Well, I like that 6 coming up. I might be able to knock out that battery if I give him that fire. I can get a move, which I could bring the St. Louis on, and I can have a fire with the Cincinnati. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the St. Louis, he comes on. He's got 2 movement points. I don't know why I didn't use 2 on him a while ago. But here he comes. He's coming straight up. 1, 2. And that's all he can do. All right. I have the Cincinnati who can fire at battery A. He's a 2. We'll take this off of there. He's firing. He gets 2 dice and he needs a 1 to hit. 2 dice and we need a 1 to hit. 5 and a 2. So nothing there. Okay. We're firing here at battery C. We get 2 dice. We need a 3 or less with the A. And he still can't, but he can fire both sides. So first he's firing here on the A. All right. And he's going to, he needs a 3 or less. Yep, 3 or less. 2 6s, so no damage. That bad. His starboard side's firing 3 2, so he needs 2 or less to hit on battery A. Oh, now he gets it 2 1s, but it's only 1 hit, but he hits battery A first time. And now he gets 1 extra round to fire. He's firing at battery C again. And he needs a 3 or less. And he got it. He got a 2 and a 3. So battery C is almost eliminated. We're almost there. All right. That's it for the Union. And now they're firing back. So battery C is going to fire. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 1 to hit. And he gets a 5 and a 2. So no hits. And everybody else is out of his range. Battery A, he can fire all over the place. And I'm just going to check something here real quick and make sure that there's nothing quirky about what I'm doing there. That's what I was afraid of. I think I did that wrong last turn. But we won't. We're going to go back and try to change anything. He can only fire at 1. So he's going to fire at the guy that's closest to him. So they're all the same distance. So we'll roll, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And he's going to fire at 1. Figures. Ship A. Okay, he gets 3 dice. And he needs 2, 3, 2. So he has to have a 2 or less to get a hit. Uh-oh. He got 2 3s, but he got a 1. So he just knocked out his last gun right there. All right. Now battery B can fire. He's at range 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing. He can fire at any of them. He gets a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's firing at boat C. He gets 3 dice. It's 3, 2, 1. He needs a 1 to hit. He gets 4, 4, and a 6. So no hits. That's it for battery B. We're going to turn 5. I'm not doing very well. I was slow getting my Ironclads out there in the river and paying the price here. Okay. We got to roll. Now, I have 3 boats out here. So when you have 3, you get to throw 4 dice for your action. So this time I get 4. I'm going to roll 4 dice. And we get 4, 4, 4, and a 2. Now 2 is a repair. I want that repair on this guy because I want to fix his gun if I can, if he doesn't have to absorb a hit. The 4s are move or fire. Well, he has to fire once over here also. Try to get rid of battery C. Now, I can I'm going to run boat to St. Louis. Well, I want to do a I want to do a move and fire. I got to get some firepower going here. He's going to take both of those. One's a move and one's a fire on the St. Louis, the C. Okay. So we'll start with the A, and he's going to fire. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 3 or less to hit. And he gets 6 and 5. He does not knock it out. Okay. C is moving. 1, 2, and he's going to rotate. 6 right there. And now he's going to fire with this one. So he's got 2 that he can do. So he'll take the straight on shot onto the B. He gets firepower is 2. So he needs a 2 or less to hit with 2 dice. That one didn't. Well, get it in there. Here we go. He gets a 1 and a 6. So he scores 1 hit on the B. And his starboard front is going to fire. And it is 2 dice. Firepower is a 3. So he needs a 3 or less to hit. He gets a 1 and a 4. So he gives him a second hit right there. Okay. And that's it. All right. Now we're going. So battery C is going to fire. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 1 to hit. And he gets the 1. So he takes the hit. So I can either absorb that hit, so I don't take any, or I can take the hit. He's going to take this hit because I really want to see if I can fix my starboard gun over there if they don't hit me. Battery A, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. He's closest there, so he's going to fire right there at C. He gets 3 dice, and he needs a 3 to hit on each one of them. And he gets a 5, a 2, and a 2. So he scores 2 hits on the St. Louis on this starboard gun. 2 hits. Okay. Now, battery B is firing at the St. Louis. Same thing. He needs 3s, and he gets a 6, a 1, and a 3. So he scores 2 hits on the front. So the St. Louis just took a pounding there. Okay. And I can tell you, looking at this, because the color didn't really show up that well, but the blue is through here, and the rest of this is all land. So there's nothing that we're kind of channeled. It's like the river going down through there, and so we're channeled in there. Okay, so that was all of their shots. We go to turn 6. We are not getting anywhere. This battery C, I can't knock it out. It's been a real killer. So I have 3 on there, so I get 4 dice again. We get, well, okay, I rolled 5. I don't know which one to take out, so we'll take one of them out, and we'll try this again. 4 dice. We get a 1, 3, 5, and a 1. Okay. Oh, I had a 1 there that I didn't use, which means that I can take one of these hits off of this. That's what I was supposed to do. So we used that and got rid of that 1 hit. Okay. So we have a 1, 1, 3, and a 5. So the C, St. Louis needs a 1, and the Carondelet needs a 1. Try to keep him healthy. I have a 3 and a 5. A 3 is a mover fire. The 5 is a fire. So the C is going to take the fire. And the B, he can fire where he's at. I'm going to bring on a move for this guy right here. You got to get him on the board. Okay. All right. So he'll be a move when we get to him. Well, we could go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and that lets him fire at either one of those. So that's good enough for him. So we'll take that off of there. And the St. Louis is firing. So he's got a guns firing straight on right here. So he gets 2 dice, and he needs a 2 to hit. He gets 2 6s. Okay. And he's firing here, and his firepower is a 3, and he needs to be able to fire. And he gets a 1 and a 3, so he gets 1 more hit. on battery A. So battery A is starting to take some hits. Now there's one more thing I wanted to look at. Okay. I thought I saw somewhere, but that if they didn't do anything, they could always fire, but I don't think that's the case. I think he has to have that action. So I'm not going to play it that way. If I find it later on, I'll use it. So he's done. So that brings us back to the batteries. So the C battery's firing at the A. And he gets a 2 and a 2. He needed ones, so no hits. The A battery is firing at the C. He gets 3 dice, and he needs a 3. He gets a 6, a 5, and a 2. We're going to use his to absorb that. And now the B battery is also firing at him, and it's the same thing. This is at his nose. And he gets 4, 5, 4. So luckily he didn't knock my nose gun out. That was close. Okay. Wow. Okay. And he repaired another one of his gun mounts over there. Okay. We're going to turn 7. This is not looking good for the home team. We still get 4 dice because he doesn't count for an extra die. And they get 4, 2, 5, 3. Okay. A 2 is a repair or move. So I think he's going to take that as a repair. The 4, the 5, and the 3 can all be fires. So A is going to fire. And then C is going to fire. And the Timberclad Flotilla is going to fire. Okay, let's start with the A. He's firing. He gets 2 dice. I'll take his. He gets 2 dice. He needs a 3 for a hit. He gets a 1, finally. A 1 and a 6. So they knocked out the C battery. It's done now. Finally got it. Man, it took forever. Okay, the C, this is his repair. He's firing. So he's firing with his nose gun at the B battery. He needs a 2 to get a hit. Oh, he got 2 1s. Well, he scored a hit. And now his starboard guns are firing, and he needs a drop that one. 3 or less. Hey, he got it. 6 and a 3. So he knocked out part of that A battery that's been really hammering everybody. So that's his fire. And now we have the Flotilla firing. And he has a firepower. He needs a 3. He's firing at the 1, 3, 2. He's firing at the A battery. He needs a 2 to get a hit. He got a 2. 2, 3, 4. So he gets 1 more hit on the A battery. That's his. Okay. Now we have... Okay. So the C battery's gone. So we'll start with the B battery firing at the nose of this ship. He gets 3 dice. He needs 3s to hit. He gets a 3, a 6, and a 6. So he is going to spend his repair to block that. Okay. The A battery's firing over there at him. But now he gets 3 dice, but he's a 2. So he has to have 2s to hit. And he no longer gets to count this as a 3. The way I read that now. As they're 3s, they get that extra. But when they get down to 2s, they don't have that anymore. And I may be wrong, but it didn't matter because he had 2. So he hits him on the C side. So he takes a hit. Okay. And that's the end of the 7th turn. So here we go. It's the last turn. Things are dismal, dismal, dismal. Okay, we get 4 dice. He gets 2 6s, a 5, and a 2. Okay, everything's got to be about firing now. So, two is repair or move. So I'm going to move the timber-clad flotilla. Is that right? Or do I want to move the B gun up there? If he moves up, his firepower is 3, 3, 2. He's a 3, 2. Yeah. So I think on the St. Louis, it doesn't matter. This is his last volley. So moving, can move somebody. I guess I could move the yeah, I'm gonna move the flotilla, and then he can fire also, and the C can fire, and the A is gonna fire. Okay, all right, here we go. So he's gonna move. Well, we'll wait. We'll do it this way. The A is going to fire here at the battery A. So he's a 3, so it's 3, 2. He gets 2 dice, and he needs a 2 to hit. 2 dice, he needs a 2 to hit. A 6 and a 4 doesn't do it. Okay. The C boat is firing his nose gun at the B battery. Right here, he gets a 6 and a 6, and his starboard gun is firing over here. He gets he needs 3s. He's 6 and 5. He's going to use this to fire one more time with his battery A. He's still looking for a 3, and he gets a 5 and a 6. Holy cow! Best shots there, and he couldn't do it. And now this guy's going to move. And now he's going to fire right here on battery A. He gets 3 dice, and he has firepower of 3. He gets a 3, 1, and a 5, so he scores a hit. And he's going to fire a second time. He gets a 1, 6, 6, so he scored a second hit, which was big time there, but it's not going to be enough. All right, we'll let the firing finish up here. Now, this A can fire at, he'll fire at the C. Gets 3 dice. He needs a 1 to hit. He gets 5, 5, 4. And the B is going to fire. Now, he can still hit on 3s. He gets 3, 3, 1. Oh, that's 3 hits. So he hits him here, 1. He knocks out an engine and an engine. He hasn't got to the crew yet. Okay, that's the end. So I did not accomplish what needed to be done by any means. I needed to eliminate the last opposing gun. If you succeed, you gain 1 victory point for each turn. Okay. So I didn't make it. I eliminated 1, which got me 1 victory point. So that's it. And I never got my other boat, the D boat, the Essex, never even got on the game board. So the challenge with this is the standard action dice. I got some cruddy rolls at the beginning and I lost some moves. Would have been helpful to have gotten my boats up here and start hammering away at these guys, because I was starting to do some pretty good damage here, but I just wasn't getting there. So fun little game, quick, really. It's always longer when we're doing the videos, but you can see this was pretty easy. So we'll probably try another one. There's the next scenario. I think he's based them all, loosely based them on real scenarios that happened with Ironclads. So we'll probably run another one here later. But hope you liked it. Hope I didn't make too many mistakes. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.